We are on live. Good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer Sanchez. How's everyone doing this morning? We missed you last week. We didn't have a show, but we are on this morning. That's what counts. We're on episode 10. Again, this is Jennifer Sanchez. I am the founder of the Women's Institute of Self Development and Efficacy. Welcome. And we are doing this because before I used to always have these wise coffee chats. I always did something called wise coffee chats in my Facebook group community. And now I'm like, you know what? I like radio. I know I can't be in the studio right now, but um, why not do this from home and bring people from the community to speak with me? So we have Andrea Espinoza, who is our co-host for the month, and we're excited to have her. And we're just chit-chatting with you guys and with her. And of course, if you guys have any comments, this is interactive. Make sure to write it in the comment section. So welcome, and Andrea, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrea Espinosa. I was part of cohort 3 of the coaching program for WISE. I'm also a mother of 2. I have my own business that started because of the cohort. It's called Note to Self. And pretty much what Note to Self is I am creating stuff that would give us encouragement on a day-to-day going. So, keychains, cups, notebooks, journals, pop sockets, anything that you can imagine that can be personalized or customized, we do it. So I'm happy to start it. And if you want to follow me on Instagram and Note to Self 18, and also on Facebook is No and the number 2 and Self, because I thought of that name because we want a note to ourselves to remind us of how powerful, strong, and independent we can be. And what else? I am drinking some tea today. I know it's coffee time, but my stomach's hurting a little, so I started with chamomile tea, which is right
Nice.
here. Coffee is a little too strong for me in the morning. I'm not used to it anymore because before when I was working, it was like an everyday thing that I had to be drinking to get me going for work. But today's tea. What are you drinking, Jennifer?
I am drinking black coffee, of course, and I gotta definitely always recognize one of our coffee sponsors who has the
Yeah.
amazing coffee, Jackie Camacho Ruiz, and her coffee has cinnamon in it. So it's like café de olla, but
Mm-hmm.
I think many people know that I drink my coffee black, no sugar, no cream. I actually started doing that for the health benefits of coffee. And coffee does have health benefits,
Yeah,
but don't overdo it.
of course.
Don't overdo it on the coffee, right? You
Mhm.
having more than a cup is now that could be that's bad for you. It's too much caffeine. But I do have one big cup of coffee. Make sure it's black, and overall, it helps a lot with runners and working out. Drinking black coffee with nothing has a lot of health benefits
Hmm.
to our bodies. So that's why I just started doing that. I didn't just start. I've been doing it for at least 2 to 3 years now, just drinking my
Okay.
coffee black. Yeah.
I
So
think you get more of like the essence of the coffee. When
yeah.
you put sugar and cream, like that flavor gets kind of lost. But I did hear that Jackie Camacho's coffee, like you don't need anything. You can just drink it as it is because, it's good with the sugar, with the canela. So can't wait
Yeah.
to try
No, no, no. It's good. And I think another thing to keep in mind is like coffee, you know what good coffee tastes like. Like when you drink it, and especially if there's no cream or sugar, and it tastes
that.
like it tastes terrible. Like if it was not made good, or you could tell when it's old, you could tell when it's too strong, you can tell when it's too bitter. Like when you don't,
Mhm.
when you don't put anything in it, you realize what good coffee tastes
Right,
like.
right.
Um, and I've had my arguments on what good coffee tastes like. Um, there are some times that when you get it from a gas station, okay, this is real random, it tastes a lot better. I'm not a Dunkin' Donuts coffee fan. Like
Mm,
their coffee black is not good.
not
Like
good.
to me at least. But I'm talking about black, right?
Yeah.
They have they have, I guess it depends on who makes it too. I guess whoever's, I would
Yeah.
hope that there's an amount and a size chart that they have to follow, right? Like,
I don't think it is because you're right. Every coffee tastes different because of who makes it, you know?
mhm, mhm. We did start getting into Starbucks coffee, and that
Mm,
we didn't start. It's been about a year and a half drinking more Starbucks, more for their like fun flavors. It's not really
mm-hmm.
about black coffee. It's more about like the mochas and the
The pumpkin spice
frappuccinos
coming.
and the pumpkin spices. Oh my God,
Mhm.
that's great. I don't know who's a pumpkin fan. Are you a pumpkin fan, Andrea?
I am, but not like I have to have it on everything. Like I wouldn't mind getting a pumpkin spice, coffee, but not like pumpkin, 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 pumpkin.
Oh yeah, there's some people. I know it's
Yeah.
that time, and I'm starting to see the posts again where
Oh
people are
yes.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna get all pumpkined out," and I'm like, "Whoa!" Like
It's
pumpkin.
strong. Pumpkin spice is a strong flavor. So you
Yeah,
gotta know how to mix it.
absolutely. You do, you do. So let us know what you guys are drinking this morning if you're watching. I
Mm-hmm.
think I heard that there's a pumpkin spice spam out there. So I
Spam
never,
like the meat?
yeah, yeah, like isn't spam like fake meat? I don't
Yeah,
know.
something like that.
Someone
Mm-hmm.
could correct me. Okay, you just told me. So I've heard there's pumpkin spice. That there's pumpkin spice. I've had I mean pumpkin bread, pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
Those are
those I'm good with.
those are
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Um, I could do some
Pumpkin donuts.
pumpkin donuts. I could work with pumpkin donuts.
Hmm.
Oh, I love like in the fall. I love the apple cider
Oh,
donuts. Those are so
yes. I
good.
can't wait. I
But
can't wait.
from the farm though, from
Right.
right? Like
Hmm.
if you go, one year we went out to Michigan to pick apples with my
Oh,
sister. Tell me why. We went to a farm, got them fresh. I think I bought 2 dozen of them. She bought like 8 dozen. I should have bought like 5 dozen. And I remember I started giving it away to all my coworkers, like, these are the best. Like, here, everybody, take some donuts. Like, I think I only had one. I ended up like with one because I was just giving them away because they were so good.
yeah. That's what happened. We went too. We bought like two donuts, two those dozens. Sorry. By the time we got to the car, they were like gone. So I was like, maybe I should have bought more because I wanted to get one too.
I know we have some people online that are saying pumpkin ill. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Miss Rivera. Tina. She wrote, I'm addicted to Starbucks. I love mine with heavy cream and a splash of stevia. Coffee is my love language. I love that. Why did I just love that? That resonated with me right now, just saying coffee is my love language. Like I agree. Coffee, like we were reading this book, and this is really random now. We're going into a whole random, but I was reading this book, and it was like, where are you most? Oh, we were reading it in our book club. Duh. Where were we
Okay.
reading it? And
Mhm.
and in the book, it's like, where are you? Where do you thrive the most? I don't
Okay.
know. Where do you thrive the most, Andrea? Like throughout your day? Like, are you a morning? Are you a night owl? Are you like
Um,
a noon person? Like, where do you feel like you're like, yeah, here's my burst of energy?
I'm not a morning person. That's for a fact. Not like not like 5 a.m. in the morning, but I would say my window will be from like 8 to like 11. That's when I feel like, okay, I gotta get the kids going. I gotta get this. I gotta get that. My morning routine. I'm starting to get into a morning routine.
Good,
Wake up, brush teeth, blah 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 blah, drink shake, blah blah blah. So it's good. So from
good.
8 to 11, not a 5 a.m. morning. Mm-mm. That's so
Oh my
late.
goodness. No, no, no. I agree. I get it. Being an early morning person is hard. It takes a
Yeah.
lot of discipline. Trust. I get it. But even in the book it says like I love coffee. I love breakfast. Like I love mornings. Even though waking up at 5 in the morning is always a work. It's work. But
Mm-hmm.
but I just love I feel like I'm most energized in the morning. I thrive the most in morning settings because by
Mm-hmm.
evening I'm like, I'm not
God.
into, I'm like evening events. I don't do that well with them, but like I love morning events. I love like that's my right. Like, I'm ready to rock and roll. So I don't know if people are seeing this, but let us know if you're also a
Yes.
morning person or where are you most productive during your day. We have some people saying I'm a midday person. Maria said that. Tina said, I do not know, guys, why your messages are not showing up in the Restream app.
Mm.
Usually I share comments and I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
this person said this person said
Yeah.
that. But right now it's not showing me anything, so I apologize. I love to bring you guys on air with me and show your names and your profile pics. But I can't today. But we have Jeanette. She said Cuban coffee espresso. I love that. Um, and then, of course, Tina said, I'm an after coffee person. So, that's her time. After coffee is her time. So, this is awesome. Thank you for being on with us.
Yes.
And we want to definitely go into our next topic. And I know there's a lot that we're trying to talk about in such a little amount of time.
Yeah.
Uh, but I definitely wanted to talk about this Chloe situation, right? Like Chloe
Talking
Kardashian
about Cuban coffee. That's her favorite.
coffee. Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Oh,
Yes.
okay. So you're a Kardashian fan, I take it.
Yes, I
Okay.
am.
I could take them in bite sizes, right? Like I I know a lot of people love them. I know a lot of people hate them.
Mm-hmm.
Reality is they are entrepreneurs. Let's just be real. Like that
Yes.
family is a dynasty, regardless of how they made their money. I
Mm-hmm.
do like that a couple of episodes I've watched, they are more philanthropic. So I've noticed that Kim Kardashian has been taking a more philanthropic approach to what she does with her money. So, like one episode, I saw her donate money to like the homeless people in LA. I saw her
Yes.
don't, partner with political people in LA. I saw her
Mm-hmm.
do activities with domestic violence
Yes.
organization. So I said, okay, maybe this is good. I have high hopes, but the whole um I don't know if you guys remember the whole Jordan Sparks and the Tristan Scott and the Khloe Kardashian. Like that was all we were watching on social media. Like she got
Yes.
cheated on. He kissed her. Did she not kiss her? And all this drama for your mama. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then it turned out that what right I saw something on Snapchat a couple days ago where she's saying that she's trying to get back with her baby daddy, right? Tristan Scott. So I was like, oh, she said she just wrote in the caption said that she's hopeful he'll change. So I had to chuckle a little, just not at the pain that was caused. I'm just chuckling at the fact, like, man, do you really think this dude's gonna change, right? Like, I know with COVID and the pandemic, people are more at home, right? You
Yeah.
gotta spend a lot of more quality time with one another.
Mhm.
Know if that's I don't know. Like she said, she's hopeful. You can't just be hopeful. You have to actually see some evidence that
Right.
there's something's gonna be different. So maybe something has. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you think, Andrea. Let
Yeah. Well, from all the Kardashians, I feel like Khloe is one of my favorite. Not just because, I feel like she's the prettiest, but she has a story. You know, she was always the one that was called fat, the one that was called big, even though she wasn't fat, but she was fatter than the other ones. She was always the ugly one. She was always, the bad one, the one that didn't have anything, and then boom, you know. Um, Tristan didn't just cheat on her with Jordy or Jordan. Can't pronounce
Jordan,
it.
Jordan Spark. We know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Right. Like, in the episode when she was about to give birth, she finds out he was cheating on her. So it was a lot of instances where, she was cheated on. And you would think someone that looks like Khloe Kardashian is getting cheated on. It's like, whoa. But yeah, during this pandemic, they did move in together. He moved in with her because she.
Andrea knows the whole 411. You got the whole story. Go for it. I'm listening.
So because of the coronavirus or the pandemic, he moved in with her because she was scared that he was gonna get, the virus because some NBA players got tested positive. So she's like, you know what, just move in with us and you can see True all the time. And I mean, who are we to blame? You're with your ex that you love and you have feelings for. He did you wrong, yes, but now we're together they've been together for like 3 months.
I think
March, April, May, June,
yeah,
July. Like in the house. They've been together,
in the
quarantined.
house. I
Yes, in
thought
her house.
I thought the MB players, if I'm not mistaken, because my husband's really up to date with all that, um,
Hmm.
they had to all live and play inside a dome. Is he an NBA player or is he a football player? I thought he was a football player. Maybe I'm wrong. He's an NBA player.
I think so. A basketball player, right?
A basketball player. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I'm just trying to get up to date. Um,
Hmm.
I know like 90s Bulls and I know like historical
Hmm.
Bull moments, but I don't know all the basketball players right now. But
Me neither.
I do know that I thought they all had to play under the dome in Florida. Like no one could leave. Like if you were.
Mhm.
Oh, and you know what? They only had a selective few teams, my husband said. Like everyone's not playing in the league. It's only like the top ones are playing. So all these NBA players have to live in the dome and play in the dome and be all together like a big happy family. Um, but I think that was smart of Chloe.
Yeah.
For her to say, well, let's protect our family, just stay in the house with us, we'll co parent together. We have people saying he is not changing. um, we have a question, and Andrea, you could probably answer. Was he with someone else before her? More like when he was with her? Um, Basketball
I
players
know.
are in what they call a bubble. Yeah, go ahead. What answer Jeanette's question?
Well, I don't know for sure, but I know he has a child with someone else. He has a boy with someone else. I'm pretty sure they were together. But in
Mm,
that breakup, I don't think he was with anyone in that breakup period. They broke up in like February of 2019, and now a year later, they're living together again. And like you said, she wants. I mean, Chloe's always had that vision of a family. She's always want, mom, dad, kids. And since Lamar and, that didn't work out, she tried so hard for that. So I feel like with Tristan, she wants to do the same thing. She wants to give him another chance because she wants a family. She wants more kids with him. They were saying, oh, sorry about that. Even when they were not together, Chloe was telling him, let's just have a kid, because I want
mm,
my daughter to have siblings from the same mother and father.
Father, I've
So
I've
even if
heard of
we're not
that.
together, even if they weren't together, why don't we have a kid? Just like
Yeah.
Kurt Courtney told
Mhm.
Scott, like they're not together. I have my boyfriend, you have your boyfriend, but we split. I still want another kid with you. you know?
Yeah. I've heard of women taking that approach where
Mhm.
maybe they don't want the relationship, but they don't want multiple fathers. So then
Right.
they just choose to continue to procreate with this individual so that all
Mhm.
the siblings have the same father or mother or whatever.
Yep.
So I could
Yep.
see that. I guess more power to her.
Yes.
When I would watch the Kardashians religiously was when they first started 10 years ago. Even I remember the episodes with Lamar Odom, and I did feel for her. I did feel for her. She was probably one of my favorites then because she was the heavier one. She was the more
Mhm.
transparent one. It didn't seem like she was so
Yep.
into
So
her
fake.
look. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was. But now I'm like, bro, you're doing a lot of stuff to your face. We could tell you there's been some enhancements done going on. More power to you. You got the money
Right.
for it. We ain't hating on you. We ain't hating on you.
If I had the money, I would be doing that to myself too.
You're so funny, Andrea. So I think a lot of women probably would. A lot of women are probably on the same boat. Like if we had the money, we probably all
Yeah,
do the same thing.
of course.
Um, but I did feel for her because she wanted her relationship with him to work, and I
Yeah.
felt for him too. I felt, my gosh, like his addiction and how it
Yep.
how it all happened. I saw actually a video of Lamar Odom talking about his book. I don't know if you guys knew he had a book out.
Oh.
Uh,
Mhm.
and in his book, he was talking about how he regrets losing her, and how he felt like she was the closest thing to his mom, who I believe his mom passed away, and
Yep.
like when I saw that interview, I was like, "Is he for real?" Because I felt like crying watching it because he just felt like he looked like such a broken man in the interview. I think it was with the Talk or with the View. I don't remember which one. Um,
Okay.
I just thought, poor guy, like he looks so broken. Um, we have people commenting, above all, guard your heart. Absolutely, Tina. He left his first baby mama while she was pregnant to go with Chloe. So we have facts coming in, and I don't know all these facts. So they,
Me neither.
hey, but you know what? Hopefully it works out for the best. I know that there's a saying that one's a cheater, always a cheater. I
Mhm.
know that there are sayings that your heart can be deceptive, right? I guess in this point, we just hope the best. Let's just hope the best for her. Um,
Yeah.
hopefully, I mean, he's done it multiple times. So I hope that he has been showing evidence of,
Right.
and there's not
Change.
like if people go back with their spouses because, they choose to go back, or partners, that's on them. I've heard a lot of amazing testimonies of marriages being
Yeah.
restored after situations like
Right.
this, right? But there has to be evidence that there's
Mhm.
actual change, not
Right.
just give me a chance, okay,
Right.
and then boom, you do the same thing again. Like, no, we need to see evidence here. So,
He
and I
might be
see,
like a drug addict, like he's good right now because he can't go out, he can't have his friends, he's stuck in the house. So
yeah, and we know that in those lines, NBA, like if you have some sort of celebrity status, even if it's local celebrity
yeah,
status, right? It doesn't have to be like something extravagant like them. Just having a little bit of celebrity status is enough to have enough temptation,
yes,
right? So, I mean, can he handle the temptation, right? I mean, there's so many stories of famous NBA players cheating on their spouses, and gosh,
hmm,
like no one. You said something earlier about women being cheated on. She's a Kardashian. How could she be cheated on? Like she's gorgeous, right? I mean,
hmm,
but just because you're gorgeous doesn't annul us from being cheated on, right? It's
that's
like
very true.
Beyonce has been cheated on. Very transparent. She has been
Will
cheated.
Smith.
Yeah. Did you just bring up Will Smith? Will Smith has been, poor guy. I think that was like
it,
terrible.
it was like the perfect marriage, like something that you always look up to, like Will Smith and what's her name, Jada,
Jada
I forget.
Pinkett Smith. Hmm.
Yeah, like they were always so sweet and red carpets and they just love each other. And now it's like, what happened. Like,
Well, if you follow her story, and for those that know, she loved Tupac. Like, so she always said there was no like romantic or physical relationship. It was like a brother and sister type thing. But I think he knew deep down inside,
it was
like
something else.
she loved Tupac. There was something more, and like he's always, from what I've learned over the years, is he's always like he will put up with whatever because he loves her so much. He
Hmm.
loves her so much that it almost sounds like a little codependency is going on there. Like he is willing to do whatever and put up with ever, so that he can still be with her. And it is. I saw memes, different memes saying like all men can cheat for this month because we feel for Will Smith, or what was all these crazy memes out there about.
Memes, internet has no filter, no respect whatsoever.
I,
Like,
I
oh
like
God.
like they took the picture of him crying with his eyes all red and watery, and I was like, oh man, poor guy. And that became a meme that was used
Oh
for a
yeah,
whole bunch of different stuff. So I mean, we're not, and we're again, it's about the situation, and
right.
unfortunately those things happen. I think we all love Will Smith. I think everyone is like
Yeah,
loves Will Smith. Like he got cheated on, that was terrible. um
yeah.
just because you're attractive does not, is that something that people always have this misconception that being attractive means you won't get cheated on. If
Hmm.
anything, it has to do more with insecurities, right?
Yeah,
You have an insecure spouse, or there's so many reasons. I think there was
yeah.
what's her name, Katy Perry, when she
Okay.
was married to the
I
British guy.
forget.
What, you
Hmm.
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
The British, I forget. If someone knows what's this British guy's name, write it. Um,
I
I'm
don't know.
sure someone's gonna write it here. I'm sure someone's gonna be writing it here. Will must be done something. He has been the island. Oh my God, the island of Jeffrey E. Oh my God, that's a whole different can of worms. I have not watched that documentary about that island because
What island?
there's a whole like a whole island of pedophiles where they
Oh,
and there's a whole documentary on Netflix about it, and I'm sitting here like struggling, like, do I want to put this in my brain? Like, when you see the unicorn's there. Like once you
it
know about
becomes real.
it becomes real. So we have Jeanette, and she mentioned it. So Jeanette said, haha. Tina said codependency makes so much sense, but there is often an addictive pull to what's familiar to us. Absolutely, Tina. Thank you for sharing. And this is all great
Yes.
comments. I wish I could share this on the broadcast, and I can't. But it's unfortunate. All these things that happened to Chloe. Let's go back to her, right?
Yes.
She looks amazing. She looks amazing. Her
Good.
revenge body is awesome, right? She did, I remember when she did the whole like, I'm gonna get fit, I'm gonna get revenge, and she even have a revenge body show, didn't she?
She does. Hmm.
On was it on
On E.
Amazon? On E? Oh, okay. She did
Hmm.
have a revenge body show. So
I think she still does, doesn't she?
I don't know. I haven't been up to date. I need to do more research on this chick. But yes, I thought it
She.
was. I saw it on Amazon Prime. I thought I saw it. I might be
Mhm. I don't know, but she does have a revenge body. I watched a couple of episodes, and I mean, she's always been my favorite. She came up from the bottom, even though I feel like her heart is so like beautiful. Like she is willing to forgive, to give her family another chance. And like you said, that takes some, you know,
Cojones.
yes,
It
because you're putting yourself out there to get hurt again. Or what if it doesn't work? What is everybody gonna say? Because now everybody has, an opinion about it, like just like we are.
Oh
So,
yeah, hey, you're in the public eye now. Everyone's gonna tear you up, whatever
mhm.
decision you make, right? Um, and Russell Brand is the name of Katy Perry's
Oh, there you go.
ex-spouse. He had
Mhm.
an addiction. He was very transparent before she married him. He had a sexual addiction. So she thought that she could change him. In one of the articles, one of the biggest mistakes women do is saying, I can change him. No, right? No, sweetie, you can't change anybody.
You
Um,
can help them,
mm,
but they
uh,
need to change
they
themselves.
exactly they have to make the decision to change,
Exactly.
right? And
Hmm.
he ended up cheating on her, and it ended up affecting their marriage, and they divorced.
Hmm.
But be going into the marriage, she knew there was issues already.
Exactly.
Um, so we have Jeanette said, "Get fit with surgery. We all would be even more fabulous." Snap, snap. Yes, we would. I would take care of that fat quick.
Oh
Uh,
yes.
so so now we're gonna go. This is a great conversation. More power to Chloe. Hopefully, it all goes
Yes.
well for her.
Yes.
Let's go
Best of luck.
into our next topic. I know we have a couple of minutes. We're gonna go. We're gonna end about 8:10 this morning. Let's talk about dun, 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 Kamala Harris. Now we're not talking about political. Who's a Democrat? Who's a Republican? I don't give a damn. I don't want to know about that.
No,
What
no,
I
no.
what I do want to know is, what are your thoughts? Like, is this a good choice for to have a female woman of color, right? She's the senator of California. She was chosen by Biden as her
Hmm.
VP, and I mean, there was a whole bunch of great people. I think they even had what's her name, Duckworth from Illinois, an Illinois senator too. She's the veteran. Um, Sandy Duckworth, is that her name? So they had like all these people, and she was the one that was chosen and made official. So I just want to know from the viewers, is this a yay? Are you happy about this? The fact that she's a woman, the fact that she's a woman of color. Now, she's not the first nominee, right? We've had other women. We
Hmm.
remember Sarah Palin, and I think it was in '08. And then I was
Hmm.
doing a little bit of research, and we had another female in the '80s. What was her name? La, 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 la. Um, I'll find it out real quick. If someone knows, someone can write it there. Um, so what are your thoughts? Is this a yay? Is this a nay? Is this a good move for women of color, right? Because you know that the fact that she's a woman of color, and
Right.
if she does win, if Biden wins presidency and she gets to be in the White House, and she becomes vice president, this is a game changer for women in general, right?
Yep.
I think this is the year of women. We've been talking about this, or we have been into this Me Too movement, and more women, and more women more congresswomen, right? Or
Yes.
congressmen that are women. So I
Hmm.
don't know what our thoughts are. I thought this was an amazing thing, right?
Choice.
Just the fact that
Mhm.
she's a woman of color. I know that there's a lot of people that are not too happy. Um, we have some people putting zippers on their face, so I guess they don't want
Woo.
to speak on it. It's
There's
okay.
a lot that
Yeah,
comes with it.
she's gonna get tore up from the floor up. The fact, I mean, we can think about even Hillary Clinton, when she ran. She didn't make it, right? But she got tore up. Like,
Yeah.
they were picking at her for every single
Everything.
thing. So we know that there's gonna definitely be attacks on her. She's not, but I don't know what people thought. I thought it was a positive thing, not because I'm whatever party I'm from, but because
Right.
of the fact that she's a woman, and a woman of color, the first woman of color. So that to
Yep.
me was a big deal.
Yep.
So I don't know what people are thinking. I have people saying, I think it's amazing. Maria Vargas, thank you. We have Janesh, she said, history in the making. Tina's put a little like
Yes.
zipper on her face. And again, it's not about politics, who's Democratic, who's Republican. It's just the fact that she's a woman
Woman.
on,
Hmm.
and she has a ticket, right?
Yep.
She's on the ballot.
Hmm.
So, and then of course, let's go into our final topic. that we wanted to talk with you guys today, which I think it's really important as comments are coming in. And if you're just jumping on, let us know what you're drinking. You know, if you're drinking, what kind of coffee you're drinking, what's your favorite. And if you're not drinking coffee, what are you drinking? Some people are drinking protein shakes, some people are
Yep.
drinking
Tea.
tea, some people are just drinking good old water. Good old water is good for the
Yep.
soul. Um,
It really is.
so we have Maria Vargas says, and she has a huge following, especially from sororities. I did not know that, Maria. That's an interesting fact. I got to do more research on her. I
Yep.
saw some pros and I saw some cons, and I was like, I'm not looking at any of like her decisions that she has made, right? Obviously, even I know she's a senator from California, so I saw some things about immigration that wasn't very
Mhm.
like for Hispanics were very favored or they favor her for. But then
Mhm.
again, I know states like California and Arizona and Nevada, they have more
More.
immigration in their face, immigration issues in their face
Yes.
versus us that we're super,
Oh.
high north. We don't have it as much compared to them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, so it was interesting. I'm still in bed, Maria said. It's okay. Thank you for watching.
Yes. Thank you
um,
for waking up and watching us.
yeah. So all right, let's leave that topic. Kamala Harris, I think it's a plus. I don't know about you, Andrea. Just the fact that she's a woman of color. That's all I'm gonna put
Exactly.
out.
Yep.
Um,
Exactly.
so now teachers. Oh, this is a big one. So school starting. Your kids already started, correct, Andrea?
Yes, they started last week. 100% e-learning. It's hard.
That's why I changed the time because I was like, I got e-learning now. Like my
Yep.
district, thankfully has done only remote learning.
Yes.
Um, and I think it's the smartest thing. I'm prepared to take them out if they were to say next week, hey, we're gonna, bring them into school. I'll be like, nope, I'm taking them out, right?
Yes.
I'm preparing myself for that because I know it's gonna come. Because we do know that, if I'm not mistaken, the governor of Illinois, and I don't know how other states are handling it, still
Mhm.
wants to open up and have
Open schools.
in school learning. Obviously, our president said we need to have in school learning. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not ready for that. I'm not.
I think it's because we have little ones. If it was high school, kids are more aware. They know how to keep them hands to themselves, wear masks, hand sanitizer. But we have little ones. My son can barely wear his mask in a store. How is
Yeah,
he
that's
going to
hard.
wear it 8 hours in school? And what if he does, but other kids don't? So it's more about if they're gonna be able to, teachers are not gonna have eyes on 28 kids at the same time.
Oh
Where
no.
are they gonna fit 25 kids in one class with 6 feet away from each other? That they're not gonna fit,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. It is a mess. Jeanette just said it is a mess. It is. I agree. It's a total mess. Um,
Yes.
I think, and of course, this is all opinion, and everyone has a right to their opinion.
Hmm.
Like even the Archdiocese of Chicago, right?
Yes,
The teachers are protesting. They don't
we
feel
are.
safe.
Hmm.
And let's think about when we were in school. Majority of our teachers were, Miss Daisy, or at least in my case, we had a teacher. I had a teacher named Miss Montrose. She was like 80 years old. Like,
Wait, Miss Montrose was your teacher too?
oh yes, yes, she was my teacher. So Miss
She was
Montrose.
my teacher too. She was really old then.
So for those that are watching, Andrea also grew up with my sister, and
Yeah.
so we grew up in the same neighborhood. She grew up close with my sister, who's younger than me, 5 years younger than me. So I had Miss
Miss Montrose.
Montrose,
She didn't
and
even get up from her desk.
yeah,
How is
poor
she gonna take
lady.
care of kids?
So
Yeah.
let's picture women like Miss Montrose,
Yeah.
80, really old. I mean, just having children around her makes her at risk, right? Because she's more
Yeah.
part vulnerable population. Um, I saw those memes where in high school there was like a whole bunch of kids. It was a sea of children, right? It was a sea of children. Um, so I know it's scary, and of
Mhm.
course it's I can understand why the archdiocese, those teachers are protesting, and they want to go straight to remote learning because they're
Yeah.
fearful. They're fearful. Let's just be real. Um,
And remember, kids are carriers too. They might not get sick or have symptoms, but they are carriers. So, which means if they're home and their parents have it, they might not be sick, but they're gonna take the virus to school where they can get the teachers, sick and staff
mhm,
and all
yeah,
this other stuff. So we want to protect our kids, you know, health, but we also got to protect our teachers, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and it's
It's
hard.
it's scary. It's hard. It's hard. It's not an easy thing because some parents
Mhm.
need to send their kids to school.
Yes.
I mean, people have to go to work, right?
Yeah,
Not everyone has the option to have them at home. I finally some
exactly.
comments are coming in. Thank God.
Oh, there you go.
Maria said, "We start on the 31st via e-learning. My grandson in Villa Park is going to school." Like
Oh,
already. We have Nancy Fernandez. She said, "I understand about e-learning, but for me, my kids became lazier staying at home and the go private
oh
school.
yeah,
Oh, they're all coming in now. My kids love being in school. They wake me up to make their lunch and take them to school. I respect all opinions." Oh, of course. No,
of
there's
course.
no judgment on. We know parents need to send their kids to school.
Yes.
That's not the that's not an issue. Like at the end of the day, we understand that. Um,
Mhm.
and parents should have a choice. Like Tina said, I think parents should have a choice. The ones who want their children to go to school, then have them sign a waiver for liability reasons. Whoever wants to continue remote learning. I'm a nurse in the middle of COVID land. Yes, she sure is. And I guess this is about the teachers, right? Those protests are about the teachers. It's not even, they're worried. They're worried they're going to get
Yeah.
sick, right? Because
Mhm.
there has been, I forgot which Catholic school in Chicago, a teacher has already been, they closed down the whole school because she had COVID,
Oh,
right?
wow.
So it's not even, I think, yes, parents have the right for sure. Like if we want to send our kids to school, by all means. But what if the teacher doesn't feel comfortable,
Right.
right?
Now
Like,
we're putting everything on the teachers.
yeah, we're putting like now I'm forced. If I was a teacher, I'd have a problem and I definitely wouldn't want to go to school. I
Right.
know that for the sake of education, like I know if I had to choose between my health, I'm elderly, and
Mhm.
I had to choose between my health or my job. I'm gonna choose my health, right?
Of course.
No one, if I'm at the risk of, because we know that they're more of a vulnerable demographic, the
Yes.
older teachers we're talking about.
Yes.
So that's what I'm assuming is all the protesting with the teachers, right? They're fearful. Um, so we
Mhm.
have a lot of comments coming in. Remote learning did not work, especially for special needs. That makes a good
Yes.
point.
Definitely.
Um, Also, there's a serious mental health issue with children as well as being isolated at home. We need to look at the whole picture. Absolutely, absolutely. And there's nothing, right? It definitely is. It's one of those touchy subjects. Um, for
To
me,
go or not to go.
yeah,
Yes.
for me, my kids thrived in remote learning because I was on their,
Really?
yeah, I was on them. My kids thrived. My daughter actually, her grades went up because she wasn't distracted.
Okay.
Inez, she thrives at school, of course, right? But she
Right.
thrives even more at home because I still kept continued with structure, and I know not all parents have that ability, or can do that. It's a very touchy subject. What I chose to
Yes.
do is they're still gonna go to dance because they have like a 9 minimum in class. Like they can only have 9 students in class at one
Okay.
time, and they
Okay.
have 6 feet apart. So they're gonna
Okay.
get socialized in dance,
Yes.
but
Which is good.
yeah, which they need, but
Yes.
it's still scary. It's not like oh my God, right? Um,
Mhm.
so and I'm ready to take them out because of homeschooling. Like technically in the state of Illinois, a 6-year-old only needs 1 hour of instruction, right? So through all this, I'm like, bro, why are you guys on for like 8 hours? I'm just
My
joking
kids
with you.
are on for They're from 10 to 3.
Yeah.
And it's so hard on my six. Like, I don't think they're getting any education from e-learning, but I also don't want to put them out there. So it's hard to know, like, what do I
Very
prefer,
hard.
you know? But if they have to repeat the year next year, then go ahead and repeat the year, Because I don't think he's in sixth grade. He's not learning anything. He's just logging in, listening to the teachers, and that's it,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, yeah, because we have audio learners, we have visual learners, we have
Yes,
hands-on learners, right? So it really just depends on how your child learns,
yes.
right? And you help them thrive in that environment. If you know that they're a hands-on, right?
Mhm.
We know homeschooling has worked, right? And
Right.
I'm not saying, but we know that there has been kids that thrived in homeschooling environments. So
Mhm.
it's very touchy, but we're just curious to know what parents are doing. We do see people commenting here, replying to one another. Maria said, "I have a friend with an autistic child who's really struggling with it. Her
Yes.
schedule is 8:30 to 2:15."
It's like
So
a whole schedule.
yeah, we know that you have to do what's best for you. But I know that that's still an issue. It's still a pressing issue for a lot of parents.
Yes. And
And
also we have our immigrant parents, let's not forget, that don't speak the language, that don't know technology, they're also struggling. So imagine I speak the language, I know a little bit of technology, I can log them in, but imagine the struggle for all our other parents. I have to translate, which I'm happy to do, but I have to translate to my first graders class, and there's people that actually have to go to work, and daycares are not gonna, have them learn. So there's so many things that involve, going back to school and how important it is. So hopefully we can, they were saying that there was a vaccine for coronavirus, so hopefully we can get it, and this could be done already because,
and those are vaccines, I believe, in
Mhm.
Russia, if
In
I'm not
Russia.
mistaken. Which that's a whole different conversation. But you
Yep.
know, I
We
would
need to
say
get this over with. I need to
um,
send him to school.
there is going to be an education divide. That makes sense. I never
Yep.
thought of that, an education divide. So, I mean,
Mhm.
thank you. I think this is all great conversation. I think we're going to keep talking about this as weeks come
Mhm.
because it's still in development.
Yep.
People are protesting. COVID is still out there.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Like it's not eradicated. It has not left. We have Janez. She said so true, Andrea. So, I guess at this point is take a breath, parents. You know,
Yes.
you have to do what's best for you. And
Mhm.
at the end of the day, we're gonna have a new normal. How did people come out of the Spanish flu? How
Exactly.
like, let's just think about the things, where the reason why you need these vaccinations, the reason why you need to prove this in school, right? It's creating a whole new normal for us, and we have to prepare. We really do have to prepare. And
Yeah.
you're in Indianapolis, so you're in a whole
Yes.
different state. Um, so we have Tina. She said, I understand the fear firsthand. I was feared, but I still had an obligation to my patients. It is very touchy. COVID is here, and the reality is we are going to get it. Unfortunately, the vaccine won't just make this go away. So
Yeah.
I
That's
guess
true.
we'll keep talking about this as time goes on and see what happens, right? At this point, it's just preparing ourselves for what we need. I guess
Yeah.
that's what I want to emphasize. But
Mhm.
again, we definitely have passed over our time. But thank
Yeah.
you so much, everyone that's watching. Andrea, do you have any final words?
Um, it was great having you guys. Thank you for all your comments. Also, don't forget to follow me at Note to Self 18 on Instagram and Note to Self on sorry, my alarm went off. I had to wake up my kids.
Oh, don't worry.
Note to Self on Facebook, and can't wait to see you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. So remember, we also have Women's Self Development. Follow
Yes.
us on Instagram and Facebook. We have
Mm-hmm.
a website, womenselfdevelopment.org.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a free Facebook community. So join our free Facebook group community, Wise Women
Yes.
Support Group. If you like this type of conversation, we have more of these type of conversations all the time in our community. So thank you so much, everyone. You guys have been amazing. And now I'm off to do some e-learning with the kids.
Yes.
Talk to you guys soon. God bless everyone.
God
Thank
bless
you again.
everyone.
Thanks.